crazy, animalistic, cold as ice. That's how it feels. Nothing matters, or no one. I mean, I went from the boardroom carrying briefcases to the streets and guns because of some things I did on drugs. Listen up, let me tell you a story about something that happened to me. I was locked down by the justice system and I had no one that would come to see me. So I dropped to my knees and I said, God, please help me out of the place that I'm in. Don't you know I didn't have to use the phone or drop a dime because God came right on time. Yeah, yeah. I was born in Cincinnati, Ohio in 1964. My mother had 5 boys and me. I was real good in school, real good at sports. Life was great. My grades were good enough for me to stay on the basketball team, you know, and I worked at McDonald's, you know, all the stuff you do when you're in high school. I went through the co-op program that Northeastern has. And 2 months short of my graduating, I quit because I got my dream job. I ended up an operations supervisor for a realty and management firm called Prospect Hill Executive Office Park out in Waltham. Now I'm a successful, you know, young black woman. I got the world at my fingertips, you know, so now you're partying on the weekends. Then they came out with this freebasing, and that was it. That stole my world. It tore me apart. It took me to places I never thought I would go. It turned my world inside out, and I was like a crash dummy in the end. I ended up in prison. I lost my house, my kids, all my money. You know, I mean, I hit rock bottom. And by the time it was all said and done, and I'm sitting in that jail cell, and I'm like, how did I get here? I've been writing poetry since I was 10 years old. When I got to prison, I started writing down all the pain, and I got real good at it. It's like I had this spiritual connection when I was in prison that I didn't have when I was on the street. During that addiction period, I felt free. Locked up, I felt free. I came to St. Francis in 2002. That internal spiritual part of me that had been lost through the addiction started coming back through the life skills program. What I had been taught, how they talked to me, how they dealt with me. I gained my confidence back, my self-esteem, a sense of self-belonging, you know, a sense of direction, purpose, change. A sense of change.
Lorraine used the program the way it's supposed to be used. Our whole hope is that students will find something they're passionate about so they don't go back to the life they had before. And it's great that Lorraine's found that passion, and that passion will make her thrive and be successful, as it already has.
By 2005, we started, there was a group of us, and we would go around and we would do what we call a poetry circuit. If MAP was having a program, we'd be doing poetry here. If it was Children's Services of Roxbury, Metro Boston Alive, whoever was doing something and they needed art, we were there. Then my name started to get around. So a year later, I had my first contract. So after that, I knew I had something here. St. Francis House is helping me to realize my vision, because every time I come down here, I'll be like, how do you write a grant? How do you connect with this? How do you use sponsors? How do you get donors? Here it is, 8 years later, and I'm still here at the St. Francis House, running from floor to floor, getting the help that I need.
It was live. Now, life is not an imagination. yet it is still a dream, and I'm high on life. I never again have to carry a knife.
At Medicine Wheel, I work with young recovering addicts ages 17 to 21 in South Boston. Can you believe that? You know, that is the most rewarding feeling, to be teaching kids how to heal through poetry.
We always say at the end of the graduation that it's not the end, it's just the beginning. And that going the distance could mean different things for different people. But not giving up any dreams or hopes to have a different life.
The St. Francis House and the people here have shown me love in such a remarkable way, which allows me to open up like a flower in the sun and find my way back home. You know, that's what they help me to do. They help me to find my way back home. Stop, look, listen, and learn. It's time for me to tell you a story on how I got lost on my way home. I was lost, but now I'm found. Seemed like I was lost up underground. I thought my life would never be the same. I almost went insane. Then I prayed to God, please help your child Lorraine. Today my life is sunny and new. I got a good life, and this is true. Thank you, God for just being you and bringing me all the way home, all the way home.